Welcome to Absolute Trust Talk with your host, Kirsten Howe. Absolute Trust Talk brings you tips, tools, advice, and interviews to help you build a reliable knowledge base on estate planning, business, and finance to start preparing for your future today.
Hello and welcome to Absolute Trust Talk. I'm Kirsten Howe, the host of this episode, and I'm here with Nathan Jines of Jines Realty. My regular listeners will remember Nathan because he's been on the show before, but I wanted to have him back. And by the way, welcome, Nathan.
Thanks for having me, Kirsten.
Oh, you're so welcome. I wanted to have him back because I want to focus in more specifically on, seniors who are selling their homes, moving somewhere else for some reason, whether it's just purely downsizing or they want to live in a different climate or they want to live near grandchildren. There's a bunch of different reasons why people relocate as they age a little bit. And I just want to talk to Nathan about his experiences with that particular slice of his clients. Okay, so the order of events is maybe something for people to think about because you own a house and now you want to buy a house. What's your advice about that?
If you have the ability, purchasing first and knowing where you're going to is exponentially better than trying to sell your house and move twice, where you're like moving out into it. I've done that before. My own parents, they moved into an Airbnb. I told them, I said, it would be better if you moved. And they, but they're my own parents. I can't tell them what to do. Right. And then afterward, my stepdad said to me, if I would have gone back and done that over again, number one, I would not have tried to sell the stuff. I would have just donated it. But now they're in Portugal and they're very happy. But I would say step one, if you can identify where you're going to, if you have the ability to do so
financially,
yes, then purchasing first. And there's ways of doing that as well. There's bridge lenders. We have lenders that will collateralize the value of a property in order to help you get into the next place. Then once you're there, it's a whole lot less stressful for you, all because our team can do almost everything. In fact, we can do everything completely remotely. So I have clients that move to the East Coast, and after they leave, I don't see them again. And we might have a house that stuff needs to be removed out of it. And then the staging, prep, painting, landscaping, whatever items need to be done, inspections, all that. We handle all of that. And then I just connect with them remotely and they can review contracts,
make decisions,
sign documents, make decisions, and then see it when it's on the market. And we go through the negotiation process and then receive the money once it's done.
Okay.
In their new trust account that you made for them.
So better, if possible, financially and otherwise, to find that new place and actually go there and live there and let Nathan take care of all the details back home. You have the team who can get everything done. In other words, you don't, as the homeowner, as the seller, you don't have to stick around if it doesn't work for you.
That's right.
Now, what I wanted to say, Nathan, in response to your point about if you can, it's better to buy that new place and go there and then sell the old place if you can. And one of the things that it occurred to me is that you're doing this move because you want to, and you have a different life for yourself in mind, whatever that means. And I think that by actually moving there, it gets you even more excited. It's actually real.
That's right. If you're making that move because you want to be near your children or your grandkids and you're getting to go spend time with them, you're not thinking about that old couch that you've had for 30 years when you're focused on your new exciting life. Or if you're relaxing in the desert in Southern California, there are plenty of people moving down to the desert to live that life and relax in their new pool. And they're not, again, having to think about that old couch and the stress of the selling part. You can leave that to our team while you're enjoying the whole reason why you moved in the first place.
Yeah. I also think having something very real and concrete to look forward to is always a good thing in life and makes the harder things in life a little bit easier. For me personally, I'm just saying if I have a trip to visit my grandchildren on the calendar, I don't mind working extra hours quite so much, that kind of thing. So get that new place and see it and live in it and know that you're just about to make your next phase real. is the better way to go if you can.
That helps you realize this is the reason why I'm doing this. This is why I'm going through the process of a transition, because I can afford or I'm able to get into a new lifestyle of this new phase of life. And it's great to be able to go and be there, enjoy it, and live there. And it helps reduce the stress of moving tremendously.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
We work with everybody in the level of involvement that they want. And there's some that they have their family nearby them and they want to be involved in the decluttering and the process. And that's okay. We give them the assistance that they need that fits them, you know?
Right. And the timeline is theirs. That if it's going to take 6 months to empty every closet and the basement and the attic, so be it.
Yeah, I always go back to it's the health, it's the mental and physical health of the person that's more important than any house sale. It really is. It's their personal health. And if they can be healthy in the process and enjoy the process as much as possible, then it just makes everything better.
That's a very good comment. What I was going to say is I have to imagine that for some people, not everyone, but for some people, maybe just being away from that, the physical manifestation of the departure, seeing their furniture taken out of their home that they've lived in for 30 years.
Yes.
Might emotionally be much better, like to just not be around and have to see that.
It's true. Yes.
And I'm going to say here, I said this to you earlier, but I want to say it again because it just hit me that it's fascinating to me how, we're talking about something that is very practical, pragmatic, hands-on. I'm sure you have a zillion checklists and this is how we get things done. But when I ask you a question about, basically getting something done, the first thing you focus on is, well, first, let's think about what's really right for the client and make sure that they're okay. And I hear you telling stories about, well, no, we're not going to sell your house now. I just admire that about you, that you're so client focused. And anybody who doesn't know this about Nathan, he was many, many years a pastor, and you can see that in his demeanor and how he handles his client situations.
Thank you, Kirsten.
You are welcome. I did want to focus a little bit on my sort of looking at the other end now, not the leaving the house, but the finding the new place. Do you see trends in this age group of what people are looking for?
Great question. I think every situation, every person is different. I think number one, people need relationships and people need community. And so whatever that looks like for that individual, like it might be, there are some people who want to move into a condo complex and, getting to know a few of your neighbors and simplifying your life because you want to be more mobile and you don't want to focus on having to maintain a house and your lifestyle is more about travel, or you really want to stay in the Bay Area, but you do want to visit your grandkids that, more often, and you want to feel more mobile and able to do that. There's folks like my clients who moved from Redwood Heights in Oakland to Yerba Buena Island. And so for them, they had an amazing house and it was full of all these wonderful things. And they just decided they wanted to simplify and they downsized and got rid of everything. And they went from, I think, a 2,500 square foot place to 1,000 square feet and without a garage.
Without a garage.
Yeah, yes. And now, but for them, their lifestyle is in our 60s, we want to be going down to San Francisco and we want to be having the city lifestyle. And they have a cute little dog that's like 5 pounds. I think it's a Shih Tzu. And he is a retired firefighter and he's still teaching some classes. So he needs to get to the East Bay. But their new lifestyle was fit very well, by this downsize into this basically a brand new development that's been built within the last couple of years where they will not need to do anything. So they went from needing to maintain an older home, think about roof and all of these things, to not needing to think about anything at all, except for where are we going to travel? Where are we going to visit? What new places are we going to go eat in downtown San Francisco? That's the lifestyle that was right for them. So I do see a trend of folks moving for that reason.
Yeah, to maybe I'm just going to use the word lighten. So lighten their life, like get rid of things, get rid of obligations. To me, that sounds attractive, having been a homeowner for a long time. Sometimes you think you can still own your place and not be responsible for repairing the roof. You can free yourself from that kind of thing. I've seen those developments on Yerba Buena. Mm-hmm. They're beautiful. And oh my gosh, the views.
Yep.
I can't even imagine what it's like inside those units. It's just beautiful over there.
They're very gorgeous. They're state of the art.
Yeah. Well, there's that too. Although it sounds like not much storage space. So you have no choice but to keep things light and flexible.
Spartan, keeping it.
Yeah. There's something to be said for that, for sure. Nathan, I want to thank you so much for being here and sharing your experience, your vast experience and your expertise with us. It was really fun for me and I learned a lot. You made me think about some things I hadn't thought about. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Kirsten. And thank you for helping so many people with their estate planning needs.
Yes.
Our mutual clients. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you and your firm does. You're amazing.
Thank you for that. That's very kind. My guest today has been Nathan Jines, a fabulous realtor in the East Bay area, working with clients of all ages, but he does like to work with seniors. And by seniors, I mean 55 up. That I think that number keeps getting lower.
I'm going to be a senior really soon.
Yeah, you are. I think so. Okay. Thank you, Nathan. And thank you all for listening and watching. If you were watching, we look forward to connecting with you next time.
Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Absolute Trust Talk Live. If you enjoyed listening in, then don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen by searching Absolute Trust Talk. While you're there, we would also love for you to leave us a review. And then why not share your favorite episodes with family, friends, or colleagues too? You can find all of our shows and corresponding show notes by visiting absolutetrustcouncil.com. You'll also find a variety of other free resources, including our ebooks, videos, blogs, presentations, and more. If you need help with your estate planning or administration, we also offer a free discovery call to help get the process started. You can find more information on booking your session by visiting absolutetrustcouncil.com/scheduling. If you join us for the broadcast, you can submit questions during the show. But if not, don't worry. You can always get in touch with us by sending a quick message to info@absolutetrustcouncil.com. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon.
This podcast is not meant to take the place of legal advice from an attorney and does not create an attorney-client relationship. If you do have a legal question or issue, please consult with an attorney.